welcome back to today's lesson, Remote Shooting with Remote Access Apps, Tethering Apps, and the Close Apps. I'm Jodi Jones, a New York City fashion photographer and creative director with over 20 years experience working with brands on their marketing strategies. This series aims to give photographers, creatives, and entrepreneurs a set of tools to attract the right people to your brand the right way. In this series, Remote Shooting, we teach you how to organize and lead a remote photo shoot, how to use remote access tools to connect with clients, how to implement tethering within apps, how to diversify your earnings by live streaming remote projects, and finally, we teach you how to enhance your post-production process and lead confident remote viewing sessions. Today, we'll teach you how to conduct photo shoot sessions with talent, with the Close app and remotely using tethered shooting. We're going to focus on industry standard platforms, the widely used Zoom, FaceTime, Chrome Remote Desktop, and in combination with the software Lightroom, Capture One, and Canon Connect. In this lesson, I'm going to take you through a very advanced remote shooting photo option and also a very simplified, easy to do iPhone remote shoot. I can help you create a business of remote shooting, capturing professional images throughout the iPhone or a tethered photography. Imagine being anywhere in the world and simply controlling your camera with your smartphone or computer. Safe, distant, and efficient. First, let's keep it simple. The Close app provides a remarkable functional alternative for remote shooting and video recording. The iPhone with Close will be your plan A if you're unable to have any DSLR shooting equipment set up at your client's location. What you'll need is a later model iPhone or iPad for both you and the talent or model with the Close app installed. Close allows you to create a virtual room and invite your talent to participate and do a remote shoot. Once set up, you can manage the camera of the other person in the virtual room, saving any taken photographs directly to your Dropbox. This allows for multiple location and model collaborations in one day and real-time feedback. While the Close app may be a fallback plan for those that can't efficiently use their own equipment remotely, it is the go-to for many freelancers and entrepreneurial professionals to set up fast, efficient remote shoots with little or no notice while still getting relatively high-quality files, especially compared to low-quality FaceTime picture files. Today, I'm going to show you how to use the Close app. First, we're going to download the app. We will show you what we did with the Close app on the Love, Peace, Joy, and Creativity project to get great pictures of celebrities and talent from across the world. Here is that case study. For my remote shoots, I used the Close app. It's so simple. Now, I'm not a huge tech geek, and I was able to very quickly figure out how to use this app. So simply download the Close app, and what you want to do is create a room. And then you invite the subject that you're going to be photographing into that room. And I'll take you through those steps. It's very easy. You both just need a smartphone and the Close app. So when I did Love, Peace, Joy, and Creativity project, I did over 50 remote shoots, and this is all I used. I did not have to have any expensive equipment. I did not even have to use my professional camera. It was so amazing, and I got to go into the homes remotely of some amazing people that I didn't even know before. And it was during the pandemic when, people were in lockdown, and it was really nice to connect with them. They took me in some of their private areas of their home, and I got to photograph them in their beautiful space and really connect with them. And that was through just the iPhone and this app. When you're using the Close app, here's a tip. Always remind the talent not to create a room. So when you go to remote shooting, what is your role? The role is photographer. And then it says to create a room. When the subject also downloads the Close app, they may be thinking that they have to create a room. But you, as the photographer, are the one creating the room. You will do that and then send them a link. Set up a Dropbox beforehand, or they can retransfer pictures and videos after to your personally created folder links. This is something they have to do from their phone. So that's also very easy, and I had done that many times. I set up folders on my Google Drive, and I just told them exactly where they were to transfer all the files to me, and I did not want them to edit any pictures. On the Close app, you can also go to this little question mark at the top, and they have all kinds of information on how to use this app. As I said, it's super simple, and it's a great way to just use an iPhone to remotely shoot. Now we'll be showing you how to shoot using Canon Connect, Digicam, Lightroom, Capture One Pro, or a similar program. Traditionally, tethering was not built for remote photography, but we have discovered incredible ways for you to use these features in completely new and innovative ways. Tethering is connecting your camera to a computer monitor for viewing while you shoot. Professional photographers most often use this form of shooting in the studio and occasionally on location. With tethering, you no longer have to scroll through your camera's display screen to view pictures. They are instantly shown large on your computer monitor. This is essential when shooting with your client who wants to see exactly what you're shooting, so any modifications can be made right there on set. Another great benefit is that you can verify conditions immediately, allowing you to rectify any errors of the shoot, for example, composition, sharpness, lighting, and so on. Lastly, there's no need to worry about losing your work, as all the high-quality photos are on the computer. Having peace of mind that your work is safe is crucial. Let's get into the practical now. Equipment. For this type of shooting, you will need a camera that supports tethering. A growing demand in tethering functionality has led manufacturers to make the standard on many new model cameras. Whether you shoot Canon, Nikon, Sony, Fuji, Panasonic, etc., you should reference your camera manufacturer or software site. Some older cameras will also have the ability to do this, so it's worth checking. I'll be using my Canon 5D Mark IV for this remote shooting. You will need a compatible cable to connect your camera to the computer. This is a tethering cable. You can do a quick Google search on which type of cable is required to tether your camera, but chances are you've already got it. If not, tetheredtools.com has your cable. For software, you will need a remote photography software. We're going to be demonstrating today with Capture One Pro and Canon Connect for my Canon camera. If you have another brand of camera, the company will likely have this capability in their own software. But if not, there are a ton of apps out there, such as Lightroom and Capture One Pro, that are universal for all cameras. You want a tripod for your camera. It's very important. Light. Some ways you can light the scene, light your subject, is with LED lights, or just even simple house lamps. Windows are great. Put the subject by a sunny porch. Use reflectors. They do have to be angled correctly, and if you don't have anyone to hold them, you might have to clamp them, but they are great to put underneath so you can shine a little bit of light and fill in some light for your subject. And of course, outdoors, you can get great light either under a tree, in the shade, but just make sure if you're shooting outdoors that you need to have good Wi-Fi. This is pretty simple, but batteries, you got to make sure they are charged up. Here's some of the logistics. While you might have the latest high-end DSLR camera sitting at home, it's no good to you if your subject is across the other side of the country. You can have a rental house near them drop off a rental camera, or see if the talent has a good DSLR camera. And of course, what I love, just the iPhone. Equipment setup. Shooting remotely creates new challenges for us, and when shooting remotely, communication is key. Clear and detailed communication is more important than ever before, both prior and during the remote shoot. Take time to create user-friendly, detailed instructions on how to set up the equipment correctly. One thing I did is I created a PDF, and I had pictures and links and a step-by-step instruction on exactly what they need to do. You can reference my PDF to see what I used for the Love, Peace, Joy, and Creativity project. Trust me, this is essential to ensure that everything is handled correctly and with care. Detailed instructions will be extremely helpful to both yourself and the talent. In most cases, you will have the opportunity to set up the equipment in solace. However, in cases where you absolutely cannot enter the premise, instructions that are clearly marked can help your talent to set up everything you need. Include photos and clear directions on where things need to be plugged in. Remember, you'll have to access the camera's live feed, so if it's not perfect, you can instruct the talent on how to perfect it remotely. From here, you'll need to get connected. You must have set up your DSLR camera to be the default camera on Zoom. Let's open Zoom. Practice doing this yourself, as instructing someone how to do this can be complicated. It's always good to do it yourself first. You should now be able to see what's going on from their end. For transparency and professionalism, you should give the talent a heads up that you're about to connect to the live feed. How cool is that? You can see with your camera through the Zoom. I love it. It's awesome. Tethering software. Once you have done so, from here, you'll want to ensure that our camera is being picked up on the tethering software. Capture One for Me, or whatever app you've decided to go with. The remote access software, Chrome Remote Desktop, or GetScreen.me, is what you'll use to control the computer and camera. And then the Capture One, Lightroom, or Canon Camera Connect app is what you'll use to take the actual photographs. Let's open Chrome. You'll want to instruct your talent to hit this, access my computer. You'll want to go to GetScreen.me and download the application onto your desktop. Please allow screen recording permission. You should enable the permission for GetScreen.me to capture screen of your computer. You will not be able to record the contents of your screen until it's quit. Viewing your shots with remote software on a laptop in real time is so much easier than viewing pictures on a little LCD screen on the back of your camera. Make some adjustments to the set by instructing your talent on what needs to move and where. Be as specific as possible, since they will see things from a different angle than you. Take a few test photos and have a closer look at them on your end. This is your moment to ensure that you are executing the artistic vision of the shoot. Consider if there is anything that can be done to make the shot better. Does lighting need to be adjusted? Is the picture unbalanced by a prop? If not, great. Let's get the shoot underway. Let's get the shoot underway. Once the shoot begins, treat it as a normal photo or video shoot. Speak to your talent and instruct them as you would a person. Try to make the experience as normal as possible. Help the talent relax and feel comfortable in the moment with you. Being lively and talking to the talent during the shoot will really help you get the best results out of them. Everyone's first remote shoot is bound to be a little awkward, but with a bit of practice and a little charisma, you can produce professional, artistic, exceptional quality results from the comfort of your own home. It's important to have the correct settings on your tethering app, so here are a few simple tips to getting it just right. Use horizontal orientation for a bigger display image, and double tap to get 5 times magnification. We want sharp pictures. One of the advantages of remote shooting via the tethering app is that you can make changes to the camera settings from your laptop, including the aperture value, shutter speed, ISO, speed, focus, and much more. For example, during a long shoot where you have to set up the camera and wait for the right photo opportunity, this feature allows you to quickly raise the ISO speed or alter the shutter speed according to changes like clouds and the location. Use the dedicated autofocus to establish focus. The shutter button is displayed when the remote tethering software is connected to the camera. You can change the settings to display the autofocus button, which comes in handy when you want to fix the focus on a specific point and capture the decisive moment quickly. To do so, tap the autofocus button. You can use manual focus for pinpoint focusing. Manual focus is also supported during remote shooting, and it comes in handy when you are taking a shot. But just be aware that the subject has to stay relatively the same distance. You can have the files sent to you via WeTransfer or Dropbox immediately for safety, and also have them ship you the laptop, a hard drive, or USB stick, depending on whose laptop was used. I hope you've enjoyed what we've learned today on tethering and how to take tethering photos from the comfort of your own home. Let's recap. Setting up your software for the talent is crucial. Zoom, FaceTime, Skype, or similar apps can be used to communicate visually before shooting. Remote Desktop will allow you to view photos on the tethering app. And the tethering app, like Capture One, Lightroom, Connect Camera app, or others, will be used to take the photos remotely. Study all the intricacies and completely familiarize yourself with how it all works before you start sending items out. Not being able to instruct someone on how to fix any issues might hinder your workflow time. So create detailed instructions on how to set up the scene with the equipment provided. Be specific and have very clear instructions and directions. View the set and ensure it's set correctly by viewing a test photo on your laptop. Be sure to make any adjustments so that you don't need to edit as heavily later. Collect all your equipment and photos, and then lastly, you can deliver that beautiful final image. Use the Close app for quick, long-distance shoots. For today's homework, we would love for you to work on getting your tethering set up. Set up a whole test environment at home and write instructions as you go. This will be a great learning experience for you, so don't skimp over it. Read all materials carefully and make sure you understand the process. If you feel like you understand and have everything ready to go, then you could take the next step and set up a test remote shoot with a trusted friend or family member. Drop off your equipment and run through the whole process with them from start to finish. Give them a PDF with instructions and use ours as a reference guide. A practice run will ensure you have everything covered and that you have a thorough understanding of how to shoot remotely. The great thing about this also is that if they're an amateur, then this will give you a great opportunity to get some feedback and questions on how they feel about the technical aspects of what you're asking from them. This gives you a great opportunity to iron out any kinks in the process, and it can help you ascertain your instructions to make sure they're clear and helpful. Constructive feedback is invaluable, so don't miss out on the opportunity. Ask your friend or family member to explain how the whole experience was from their point of view, and if there's anything they did or didn't like, they found difficult or wish you had done for them. It is crucial to ensure that you are self-assured and professional throughout the whole process, so that your talent feels confident in you and your work. Thank you so much for watching this video at Jodi Jones Studio. We hope that today's lesson has got you feeling really prepared to get connected and begin your remote photography sessions through remote solutions. That's all from us at Jodi Jones Studio. See you next time.